John accomplish a lot and then return home to Oahu. You know what that's like when you're on tour and you get a warm reception when you had a big accomplishment overseas. Let's get caught up with a quick barrel from John to take the lead over Connor.
Yeah, Joe, there's nothing like waking up.
Leg had a gigantic lead out in front before he hurt himself again. It's great to see him at 100%. That barrel ride didn't look easy, but John could do just about anything he wants at Pipeline.
He can. He's one of the best out here, as you see right there, just threading through that thing. You know, that wasn't easy, and he stayed so high on that wave. Surf better against guys that are notoriously good out at Pipeline.
Speaking of that, John Florence pulls in under the hood, another section. It got messy, but he had so much control of that Paizel surfboard. He will come out free. Great execution, his first wave.
Right here, you can see him take off, pull straight in, and it looks like it clamps down on him, but then you can kind of see his yellow board, and there he comes out of that. I mean, that section, the way that he was on the foam there, that's so tough, right? We can see him right there on the foam, completely shuts. The wave looks like it's going to close out, and there he's still threading that needle, getting through that thing. That's not an easy exit, Joe.
Very impressive.
The pressure to Seth Moniz. If he wants to do it with one score, he needs an 8.3. Here's a smoker, Moniz. Pulls up, grinding, spit, and he comes out.
He did it. Wow. That's the best wave for sure. If that was a 6.67, we're going to see him for a 6.67. I would have made the mistake of the heat right there, because Seth Moniz held onto that priority very, in a strong way. Didn't get taken or shaken by Matt, and then got this one deep. It's not an easy tube to make, and then there it spits. He's still inside, comes out after the spit. The judges love it.
Format, and Jordy Smith in the priority heat does the Pipeline dance. In essence, disappear and
feeling it. I can't wait to see this angle. Drops in, pulls under the lip. And in here, he just manages his speed so beautifully. And there was something about that which was him feeling it, him feeling himself, his connection to that wave where his pump and his energy came from. Right there, those moments when you fit in with Mother Nature, and it's such a powerful moment, but you're kind of there with her in control, and you get the perfect ride.
Is getting started. Julian Wilson, featured as a former pipe master, and looking at Kelly finding the exit of Pipeline. Beautiful read there, nice hollow. Kelly for this free fall, set it up perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, his nose of his board was just completely vertical, just dropped below sea level on this one. Look how he's just picturesque in that barrel, and he just comes out squeaky clean. He doesn't even have to.
Robinson and his whole demeanor and belief in himself to perform. This is Kelly. Holds the rail deep at Pipeline. Slater comes out, sets up the backhand down carve into a full roundhouse extended rebound, and tries to airdrop that thing into the floor. And then Kelly's opportunity.
Yeah, same. Pretty similar. I love his positioning on that wave. I think Jackson was actually a little bit deeper, but I love how Kelly went for it at the end there. Yeah, this angle, you can see how much deeper he is. But I love this. It's just this big old swooping roundhouse. If he would have made that, that would have really capitalized on his
program. Ride tons of good boards from shapers from all over the world. Little pump there under the lip for Jack Robinson. He'll step off, super casual, back-to-back completions. Let's take another look. Last to Jack Robinson.
Yeah, paddles into this one. It's perfectly positioned. Actually, with the slow-mo, a little deeper than I even realized in full motion.
Ewing 12.8 combined total, as this one continues looking straight down, pulling up and under the hood and getting spit out. What a great read on the backhand of Jack Robinson.
Saw it last year.
What do you think about the entry?
Yeah, I love how late he took off onto that wave. That was perfect, textbook perfect right there. And you can see him winding up here. Yeah, just couldn't come around from that one. This view, you can really see how he's like pumping, sliding almost at the same time. He's pumping, 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 just to keep his rail engaged.
Ferreira sees something. He likes it. Right under the hood, right off the takeoff, coming out. What more? Big slash to finish. Score that for Italo Ferreira for the wave being key. Italo did just that.
Oh, that was so sweet. Really cool. Yeah, he was kind of, again, heat awareness. He was sitting right next to Seabass, sort of playing mind games with him, and he said, okay, I'm going to go, pulled the trigger. He said, okay, this is better than a 2. But again, very technical little drop there, how he sprung to his feet while the wave was already breaking. And just a perfect little tube ride and a snap.
Sometimes you got to grind it out, and Jeremy's had a chapter where it's been a little bit more grindy at some points. And wow, that was a great wave right there.
Kolohe Andino gets barreled at pipe, loses the fit. Accomplished a lot as we also check out the replay of Kolohe.
Yeah, I like this wave of Kolohe. Just grabbing the rail there, tons of chandeliers in the barrel there. He just navigated that one really well. I've been super impressed with Kolohe over the last few years out here at Pipe. He's done a lot of work. You know, they don't have waves like that in San Clemente right there. So, you know, that's not something that comes naturally.
There was this almost repetitious fire that he would get at the J-Bay mark, where he would all of a sudden explode and then basically take over the back end of the year. Let's see what happens here. Medina in motion. Great read, wild takeoff, and it's opening up for Gabriel to get his best wave of the matchup.
Because the more chances he gets, the harder he's going to make it on whoever he's competing against. But, I mean, he waited for the right wave there. Great wave selection. Uses priority well and just slides down the face into this boxed out left. Little chandelier there to start, but just standing tall. He's done that about 1 million times since he's gotten here to Hawaii.
The ones I really loved, and which was good to rest a little bit because it's been really intense this last 10 years of my life, and yeah, I'm just happy to be back on tour for sure. I love.
Yeah, I think Jack was expecting a higher score with this one, but you see him there super deep, completely on the foam ball. I think he was thinking, hey, if the judges knew how hard this is to do, they're going to give me a 10 right here.
Crazy to accomplish this ride over the foam ball. Board seemed disconnected, and he was able to get it back in gear just in time to doggy door that exit.
Well, it wasn't a 10, Joe, but it was sick. I mean, just he was putting it in 4 low right there, 4-wheel driving over that foam ball. And the Grinch right there is like, almost a 10, but it's not, pal.
You're a mean man, Mr. Grinch. Jack Freestone felt something.
He's going to divulge, but he's a surf explorer as well. Here we go, live action. Igarashi in the barrel, a throaty one, no problem for Kanoa Igarashi, who's already put down some more from the pipeline when we return.
There was a, you know, just a small crew. Pipeline wasn't real popular back then.
Let's get caught up here, Megan. Kelly went back door.
Yeah, so late on that drop. Look at that. Unfortunately, just couldn't come. He just like caught the front part of his board.
Yeah, well, that's why, you know, I handed Marty his first check when he became a pro surfer, and now, you know, he was able to.
On tour, Matthew McGillivray. Here's what happened during the break.
Deep on that one. There was a lot of foam in between where John was and the exit. But there was a chance perhaps that he could have made that. But if John Florence doesn't make it, chances are no one could.
Yeah, that's right. Show rolls on here at the Billabong Pipe Masters presented by Hydro Flask. Looks like an equipment change for John Florence with a broken board. John Florence versus Connor O'Leary in the priority heat. Just entering the water now, the non-priority heat. Seth Moniz
He had an injury during the free surf a couple days ago, back on Sunday. Packed this bomb at Pipeline, got really scary underwater, actually got halfway stuck in a cave, broke 4 ribs, and the water safety team was right there by his side. He was so thankful. He said one of the most painful things he's ever gone through. Every breath was in severe pain. Caught up with Miguel yesterday. He's feeling a little bit better. The tough news, though, for
Vante, who just dropped the 4.5, scratching into this one. Matthew McGillivray. McGillivray, second section at back door and gets chopped in the noggin.
And he sat a long time for this first half.
And backdoor just eats those boards up, snapped it like a twig.
Unfortunate. A long wait with the priority. A really inactive first half for Matt McGillivray. We saw John time. Yeah, there's some conscious management going on, and he's doing it very well.
Here's the board change for Matthew McGillivray, and he's going to get right back out there. Well, we saw John Florence went incomplete on his last attempt, but still has that 4.5 in the first half